It's 5:41 a.m. Saturday, November 22nd, 2014. Roland just went to the bathroom. And then back to Roland's room. And I heard all those wonderful shoving sounds in the wall and floor. More shoving sounds from the wall. That's what that just was. You can tell it's something being pushed into the wall. Yep, and I just heard a vehicle start. A vehicle door slam. Yeah, the vehicle started just now. I heard those sounds along. The sounds. Something being moved around in the wall. Pulled out and put back. And it was over in that wall by the table and out the hallway. And I've been laying here in my bed the whole time. Jake's bed where Jake's been all night. There goes Rowan. He just came home and he's leaving again. There he goes. There's the Sentra. He took a left towards Carmine. Ran in and out as quick as he could be. And then while he was here, I heard all those mechanical shoving sounds. He came to the bathroom and he went to his prayer and he left. He was in and out within 2 minutes. Why does he need to come in the bathroom? Where's the catheter? There's somebody in the downstairs apartment. But it's putting something into the wall and pulling it out and pulling out and put it back. You can hear the sound of the hard surfaces colliding when that occurs. Underneath the floors and the walls. This is Roland being clever. So I don't know why he was so fast that time, because usually it's a drawn out process. And the blue SUV is not parked downstairs, so somebody else is down there that didn't even be Alright, Gizmo. Excuse me. It is 6:46 now. There goes Giz. Not 5:41, it was 6:41 when I got out of bed. On this videotape. So there's some reason for Roland to come home like that. He didn't even have Fifi and Red with him. That's probably exactly what I think. He's living someplace else. And lying about living here. He didn't even have his dogs here. Now, last night they weren't here. So something's going on. He's still in bed asleep. Saturday, November the 22nd, 2014. It is 6:48 a.m. While Roland walked in, as soon as he did, I heard all these shoving sounds start, so that was probably somebody changing tapes downstairs and Roland into the bathroom. And then went into Roland's bedroom and then took off. So, that's what he's doing in the bathroom when he goes. And he was in and out so quick, and it happened at the same time that his mechanical hard hitting sounds occurred. Where two surfaces were impacting, you could hear the shoving in the walls and floor. So that's what it is. I was laying in my bed. Jake was laying in Jake's bed. What a tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive. Or you could say it like this: what a tangled web we weave when we practice to deceive. So that's what it was. It was surveillance. It began when I laid down to go to sleep and turned off the lights. And Jake and I both became silent last night after going to bed when I heard the same mechanical shoving sounds in the walls and floors, followed by, the hard impact sounds of the surfaces colliding as something's being shoved and pulled back. And the very same thing when I woke up, I was about to go pee. And Roland doesn't never walk in the house and turn around that quick. And except for that day that he was on the phone, I heard him lying that day. He was supposed to go to Marshall. He lied on the phone and said that at 10 o'clock in the morning on that Tuesday, he was in Marshall, Texas. No, he wasn't, because 2 o'clock in the afternoon, he walked in the front door here. And Eagle walked in the downstairs apartment. And he did the same thing that day. Went to the bathroom, went to his bedroom, and ran out the door. And I've got that on audio recording, and I documented it in my Facebook log. And Eva, I looked out the window and saw her car downstairs. And he just went back downstairs and jumped in her car again, and she went into the downstairs apartment. I even heard the downstairs apartment door closing. Nobody was supposed to be living down there. Nobody, the people down there had already moved out. So Eva has a key. So I saw her car drive off when Rowan went back downstairs. I walked out of Jake's bedroom and looked out the window and saw such clever ex-convicts. God bless them all. I'm not making them do the things they're doing. They can quit any time. I'm going to document this on a Facebook update, and I've got it on an audio recorder. So, and there's no vehicle parked downstairs. I don't mean to mock them by saying that, but it's ridiculous. They came to change out it sounds like something in the walls, and Rowan probably came home to do the same thing. So I'm guessing he went to the bathroom and flushed something right before I was getting up to go pee. So I'm guessing that's what or I don't even know if he flushed the toilet. I didn't hear the toilet flush. This is all what I can overhear because I don't know. But the car was parked backwards. That's what it looked like. At least when I looked out the window, he was driving out of the driveway. I've got the footage of his car on video so you can see that he was here. That he was leaving, and exactly as I say, it was about 5:46 when he was driving down the driveway. I don't know how much of it I got on video, though. Aside from leaving, the sounds that I've just heard, I have on this little audio monitor, and if the battery's not dead, then I got it, but if it's dead, I didn't go to the library yesterday at all. Unless he, wore safety in red. He's gone. He spent the night someplace else because I'm guessing he's not supposed to be here. Which is what I suspected he's been lying about all along. These early morning trips before dawn that he comes home. I hear him walking in the front door. It's because he's leaving in the middle of the night and going someplace else. I don't know where. I walked in. He said, one night I asked him at the front door where he went. He said he'd gone to Walmart because he was hungry and he had to get something to eat, but he didn't have any food in his hand. I asked him who was there. He said, I asked him were there a lot of customers there. He said, no, just a stock crew. Definitely, police quality surveillance going on here. So it has something to do with when Jake and I go to bed and turn off the lights and become silent. The same thing happened with the people that lived downstairs before, and they were really loud when they were doing it. And it didn't matter what time I went to bed. They'd do it and then jump in their car and leave. Same thing happened last night with a woman downstairs. And same thing, and that's why Roland's running to the bathroom right when I wake up. Well, I do not consent to searches, surveillance, monitoring, or supervision. I never received supervision from anyone. I've never lived on any other property or stepped foot in any other dwelling on East Boulevard Street except for this second-floor apartment at 130 East Boulevard Street. I'm the only person that supervises myself and my son Jacob. Nobody ever spends a dime on me and Jake but me. And Jake and I have lived here at 130 East Boulevard Street on the second floor since December of 2013. The first week we lived at this address. And have never lived anywhere else since December 2013. I mean, it's ridiculous, for one thing, to make it so obvious that these sounds that I'm describing, they're not being captured on audio. They're just changing out the tape or something. And it has to be done after the lights go out and take it out, become silent. And before I get up out of bed. And then that just happened here. It's happened every place we live too. Because it looks to me private citizens have been given permission to surveil me and Jacob. Roland is an ex-convict. He himself is required by law for the rest of his life to be supervised by a police officer. So, and everything I'm saying is obviously not included on the record. And Roland wasn't just convicted of being a pedophile. He was also convicted of larceny, grand larceny, and went to prison for a few years also for stealing jewelry that was worth. He says that he met a guy in a bar who flashed some jewelry at him, and he paid $700 or $800 for the jewelry. It turned out that the jewelry was stolen, and Roland said he didn't know. And the guy went and told the cops, so that he gave it to Roland, and they arrested Roland for possession of the stolen jewelry. And Roland just says he didn't know, and he was in a bar, but why would the cops send him to prison for a simple mistake like that? They have no moral character at all. They just did that, Why would the guy who stole it say that he sold it to Roland? If he admitted that he stole it and sold it to Roland, then he would have been admitting that Roland was unaware that it was stolen, that he lied to Roland. The cops would know that Roland was innocent. So, why would they, if that's what a thief does, a jewelry thief, he's going to steal the items he stole and sell them on the black market. So, I think when that happens, the cops probably just say, I don't know if you realize this, but the guy who sold you this was a thief and stole jewelry. Why would they arrest? They'd have to be arresting not just the thief, but whoever they sold it to, and they always, sell it to people that don't know any better. I don't think it would be morally proper to do that to his. Roland was a victim also in that situation. If the guy admitted to the cops that was the case, then they would have been told by the guy who stole it that Roland was innocent. So why would they send him to prison for it? Unless he was inspired to make a burglary too. Goes to character, goes to whether or not his testimony is trustworthy. And here's the cat. She's been sitting right here, I'm guessing, all night long. This is her favorite spot now. He didn't have his dogs with him, so he took the dogs home to somebody else last night, which he never does. So he was erasing his presence here completely. I have to tell Kai he can check my videos until he lives here. Like I said, to Frankie Line. Mail. It's his name on it at this address. I could call the police and report what I heard, but I've called the police before and reported these suspicious sounds. Cop called me sweetie. Said there wasn't anything that he could do about it because it wasn't against the law, whatever it was. Well, how does he know that if he didn't investigate? And I told him, that it happened right when I came home every day. And I told him about the voyeuristic stares from the woman downstairs waiting for me to pull up in my vehicle and park with a phone up to her ear, all indicating possible surveillance, illegal surveillance. And he just like, well, I'm sorry. Not against the law for people to go to their door, I guess. I don't know if he said that, but I've been told that by other cops. I even reported that in Bossier, and they told me the same thing there. So the cops are refusing to investigate it. Saying that I just can't say anything that makes any sense. I went down to the police station and said I want to file trespassing against my downstairs neighbor for illegally surveilling me and my son. I'm talking about the aircraft flying over and stuff like that, which I myself had recorded. And I told the cops I had, and they said, well, where's the tapes? And why lady, you're telling us about aircraft. And you live, where you live is right in the flight center. And I was thinking, yeah, but all the schools that I worked at all over Shreveport, as a substitute teacher, those aircraft follow me there too and fly over when I get there and when I go out on the playground to do playground duty. So like all of those schools, like Forest Hills and, Keysville Elementary and all that, they're all in a flight zone too. In other words, they knew, and I shouldn't have to prove whether or not that's true because they already know. Why should I tell the police what they already know? And for him to deny that, to deny any knowledge of it as though it's not happening when everybody can see it. I mean, there's just an apartment in a neighborhood. There are other houses on this street. People see it. They all know it, and it couldn't be happening without the cops knowing it, too. People would have called it and reported it. I asked the security officer at the school, why is that happening? What your mom said, why the helicopter, it was a drone that flew over and then a helicopter right above the school and did circles above it. And that's happened to me over and over again at different schools. And one thing Mr. Murray told me, he told 900 subs, don't tell the child that's done something he's done. What he already knows. Don't argue with a kid that's sitting there saying he didn't do what he did. Don't tell him what he already knows. Don't tell him that to kids. And I will restate, in my classrooms, the kids say that to security and say they didn't do anything. And I'll restate the reason that they're being reported to the security guard so they know. Because too many times, it doesn't happen that way, and there's no cameras in the classroom, so you're working against a child, and that should never be the case. Teachers aren't motivated to, teachers do make mistakes, though, so the child should be listened to, but they'll just out and out deny it. Doing anything at all. And the goal isn't to write them up. The goal is to get them stuck with their behavior, and I usually don't ever call security until after I've already corrected the child several times and warned them and tried to take precautions and steps in the class to control their behavior by moving them to a different chair, verbally admonishing them to follow instructions That looked like a red Durango. Just went up the street. This is an amateur surveillance operation being conducted by private citizens, some of whom are convicted ex-convicts. Like yesterday, we were talking about drunk driving in my training class and how you can't sell alcohol to somebody who's drunk, and if they get in a car and drive away, and you have to report them as a drunk driver to the police, because if they get in a car wreck, then Circle K could be liable for not reporting them. So I told them, you know what, my neighbors drink out in the yard for hours, one beer bottle after another, and they get in their cars and leave. That's drunk driving. Yep. Aside from the fact that I've seen them get in their vehicles from my window with open containers of alcohol, open cup of alcohol, or an open beer. I've seen informants get into vehicles with open containers of alcohol and even get behind the wheel of the car. 2 times it was beer cans, one time, or on one occasion, it was 2. One with the drunken woman, she got into her vehicle with an open container of alcohol. I woke up about 6:30, and I was going to get up to go pee. And 6:41 is when I heard Roland come in and do what I've already described and leave again. He was out within 2 minutes. If I had to get up off of my bed and come out into the hallway and videotape this searcher driving out of the driveway. That's why I need 24/7 ability to surveil me on my phone. Even if you say it's just my word against theirs, and it's my word against theirs, then why would you believe their word over mine? I've never been arrested or charged with a crime. Only the convicted felon. He's going to deny that he was here and go somewhere and say, yeah, he was here the whole time. Really, then why not footage of him driving out of the driveway at the very same time? About 11 a.m. Saturday, November the 22nd, 2014.